like me, I'm okay with cooking my own food. Like,
No, we can't do that for those
kind of
big
something.
No, is it that you can't cook large quantity?
Like I should cook for large. No, 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 I'm not doing that.
No, she's talking about. She's not asking you about that.
Can we just continue with the game?
I told you.
Make my sister mind the thing.
Not up to 24 hours, and these people are already fighting over food. Oh my god. No, no, they're not even fighting over food alone. Like they're fighting over cleanliness and everything. And apparently, there's some dirty ladies in the house. There was an unspoken fight between Big Soso and Imisi over food. So, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ryo, and you can call me Miss Ryo. If this is your first time seeing my video, coming across my video, you are highly welcome. Kindly click on the subscription button below to join the community. And if you're a returning subscriber, a returning viewer, you are especially welcome. Thank you very much for listening here. I love you. So let's get right back into the video. I thought everything is going to be cool and chill with the ladies in the house, but I know anywhere there's ladies, I mean 15 big ladies, you're supposed to be expecting some sprinkle palaver here and there. And I was here for it. I was like, it can't be all sweet and loving. It can't be all sisterhood and sister, whatever, girl is girl. I know it's going to be something serious. So lo and behold, that was when this happened. Let's first talk about the ladies having conversation from the early hours in the morning, talking about where they're from, the kind of food they eat from where they're from, and everything talking about their life experiences and talking about where they come from, where they want to be, which country they would love to be if they're not in Nigeria. And it was all fun and good and everything until this happened, and I'm like, okay, it's like we're going to be having a lot of food fights. We're going to be having a lot of cleanliness fight because there's some cleanliness police and there's some cleanliness criminal. There's some cleanliness criminal. I'm here for everything. So the first fight happened between Big Soso and Emisi. It was not a loud fight, but you could sense some tension in between. You get me? So earlier today, I think some people have been saying, oh, they'd rather cook by themselves than cooking in large quantities, or they just want to cook for themselves rather than eating from what the house is eating. They want to like cook their home meal because there's a certain way they want their meals to be prepared, and people cannot always eat like the same way. So that was like the first argument, and people are saying, oh no, if you cook like that, then the food in the house will get exhausted and we won't have any food again in the house. And some other people are like, no, I would like to prepare my food myself. I can't eat with so many people. So when they were asked to go into the garden this afternoon, when Biggie asked them to go into the garden, and they were later called back into the lounge, some housemates were in the garden. So housemates like Big Soso, Imisi, um, Big Soso, Imisi, Tracy, Mide, and this girl. What's her name? What's her name? Joanna. They were in the garden together. They were talking. They were playing games, and that was when what's her name? Telma, I think Telma, I think that's the name, yeah, Telma. That's when she came out. She was like, oh, she's thinking they should cook some food down that she's sensing that some yams are going to spoil soon, that they should make yam porridge or they should just do something, whatever, like that. So Missy was like, oh, that she doesn't want to cook in large quantity, that she doesn't really like cooking in large quantity. And that was when Sister was like, "Oh, do you mean you can't cook for large quantity?" And Imisi said, "Oh no, she doesn't mean that she can't cook for large quantity. It's just that there's a way they prepare the food that she doesn't like that. They put too many tomatoes in their food. That they put so many tomatoes in their food, and she doesn't really like eating so many tomatoes. I mean, she's a Yoruba babe, so I can't really blame her. So what she said triggered so because even though she didn't say much, but from her facial expression, she was just like, "What do you mean you can't eat what we are cooking or what everybody else is, whatever everybody else is eating? What do you mean you want to cook on your own?" So it's Chelma was trying to explain that, oh, if we start cooking one by one, then the food is going to be finished even before the end of the week. You see that hunger strike, we get it. So space. You see that she's like she was what Mrs. said was not sitting well with her, and she just was not getting it. You get me? But you see already shown the matter. She was just like, let's continue playing the game, let's continue playing the game. And Susu was trying to explain herself. She was just like, oh, you don't get what I'm saying. Or saying that if, but people were not hearing her. Like she was talking, but people were talking over her. And then she waited for them to like calm down. And she was like, oh, let me try and explain my point to you that I was just saying that if we're to cook separately, then the food is going to get exhausted. And we cook if we cook together, then it's going to be good, and we can it's going to be good, and somebody can help prep the meal and while another person cook, and it will just be fun like that. But Missy was not even like listening again. She was just like, let's continue the game, let's continue the game. But you could see the two of them face like they were spoiling for a fight. Like they like what the two of them said didn't really sit with each other, but they just don't want to like escalate the whole matter. So that was the first fight, and that was how Missy worked. Soso worked out. They were playing a game, and then Missy kept saying, "Oh, let's continue the game, let's continue the game, let's continue the game," and then so it was Soso turn to play the game. She was like, "Well, let another person do and they pay me." Immediately, she just stood up and said, "She's coming, she's coming." Till they finished that game, till Big Brother asked them to come back to the garden. Like she came back to the garden. She didn't come back to where she was seated to where Emisi was. She was just like in a separate location and everything. So like I said, there's very much a tension over there. So let's watch out for that space. But that was not the only fight that happened over food. There was also a silent fight, and we don't even know who they are fighting. Like there's a certain group of the house that were just playing games, and there's a certain group of the house that were in the kitchen, and some that were in the room, and they were all talking about food and cleanliness and people kitchen and everything. Is looking like some of the female housemates might be dirty. That's what their fellow housemates is trying to say, because some side of the house, like let's say half of the house is complaining about certain cleanliness and everything. So you can imagine that it is the other half that is actually like being dirty. You get what I'm saying? So that was what's her name? Isabella and Sabrina in the kitchen where Sabrina was washing plates and Isabella too was also washing plates. So Isabella was complaining that how is it that you cannot wash your plate, you can't clean up after yourself, you finish cooking, you cannot take care of the place, you can't take care of the kitchen and everything like that. It's just all messed up. That even in the house, she has people that is in it for her. But yeah, she's still going to do it because she doesn't like any dirty thing and everything. That is it until cockroach started like coming in. That's when they will start cleaning their plates after they finish eating and everything like that. But and Sabrina was also backing her up that even when she was done doing her stuff, she had to clean her plate and everything. She doesn't understand why people would not clean up after themselves. So that was the conversation between Sabrina and Isabella. And there was another entire conversation again between Ivata, Big Soso, Ibi Fubara, and what's this girl name? Gigi Jasmine. They were also complaining about the same thing, about the cleanliness, about people not using the kitchen well, even the toilet. They were even complaining about the toilet. It just brings you to question the ladies' hygiene, because it is just the one, and this much complaint about food, about cleanliness, about washing dishes, about cleaning the toilet is like too much already, because it's just the one. It's not even up to 24 hours yet, and there's this much. What if the guy is not coming? God, I am exhausted. I am exhausted. So Big Susu, Gigi Just Me, Iveta, and what's her name? Ibifibara. They were talking about, oh, there's some ladies that they can stay and do their makeup in their same house. They can stay and do their makeup for 2 hours, but they cannot clean up after themselves. They cannot even wash their dishes. They can't even cook, and they call that beauty. That's not beauty. That beauty is beyond just your face. Beauty is, oh, this that beauty is that knowing what to do. And then Gigi said, and that was Big Soso talking, and Gigi said, oh, that do they notice that most of them that keep complaining about this cleaning of a thing are the older ones, that the younger ones, that's the 21 to 22, 23, 24, amidst them, that they're not doing anything, that they're not even cleaning, and most of them that are particular about the cleaning, about the well-being of the house, are the older ones. So it brings me to question: is it that the younger ones are like petty, or is it just them being like exaggerating or being big antics? I don't know. So that was a complaint from them about cleanliness. Yeah. So they were also saying that this is like do on a normal, take care of the things, take care of the house, take care of everything. And this is talking. So was like they were asking Ivata how did she look so young with her age, that she forgot to tell them that clean up after yourself. Clean up after yourself, bath, take care of yourself. I'm like, I didn't know bathing. I didn't know bathing because this one is getting serious. So I don't even understand. There'll be a lot. This week we will see fights. I'm telling you, we are going to see fight. Like we're going to see fight. So they are still even mumbling about it till now. But we have come to the end of this video. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any thoughts on about what is going on in the house, please comment that in the comment section down below. And I'll be seeing you soon in another video. Bye. Love ya.